Your encouragement is significant. As 90% of our audience has not yet subscribed, we invite you to join us in our journey to continue producing captivating content. Kindly subscribe and activate the notification bell. Share your location with us by dropping your city in the comments below. In the charming town of Maplewood, where autumn leaves twirled in the cool breeze and each corner appeared to murmur stories of affection and heartache, resided a woman named Amelia. Amelia embodied elegance, her smile capable of brightening even the darkest of days. She had consistently embodied the nurturing spirit within her circle, an enthusiastic gardener, a fervent cook, and a dedicated partner to her husband, Henry. Henry was a devoted software engineer, frequently immersed in the realm of codes and algorithms. His work demanded extensive hours, allowing Amelia to take charge of their inviting home and pursue her interests. Though their life together was pleasant, Amelia couldn't dispel the sense of routine that had crept into their marriage. The lively exchanges about hopes and ambitions had faded into mundane talks of expenses and daily tasks. The pivotal moment unfolded during a weekend barbecue at their residence, where laughter resonated and friends congregated beneath the waning sunlight. Among the attendees was Logan, a college companion of Henry's, who had just returned to town. With an undeniable charm and a spirit for adventure, Logan infused a vibrant energy into Amelia's life that she had never known she needed. As the evening unfolded, Amelia felt an undeniable pull towards Logan's vibrant zest for life, reflecting on cherished college memories and their shared escapades. Do you recall that moment when we found ourselves wandering during our road trip? Amelia chuckled, her eyes glimmering with a sense of reminiscence. Oh, how could that slip my mind? I was under the impression we would find ourselves in a different state. Logan replied, his laughter echoing melodiously through the atmosphere. As the evening unfolded, Amelia and Logan delved into profound discussions, revealing their hopes and ambitions. As Henry engaged in grilling and mingling with friends, Amelia experienced a connection with Logan that was equally thrilling and daunting. Their souls seemed to weave together, if only for a fleeting instant. The upcoming weeks played out like a masterfully crafted story. Amelia and Logan started to see each other more often, at first pretending to talk about a community project they were both passionate about. Their gatherings soon transformed into cozy coffee dates and leisurely strolls through the park, where they exchanged their thoughts, dreams, and fears. Amelia experienced a profound sense of visibility, resonance, and comprehension that had eluded her for years. On a bright afternoon, while wandering through the lively park, Logan faced Amelia, his expression grave. Amelia, it's fascinating how life can guide us to unforeseen destinations. It's perfectly fine to pursue joy. His words lingered, thick with significance. Amelia experienced a whirlwind of feelings, confusion intertwined with excitement, all laced with a touch of guilt. I adore Henry, yet she faltered, glancing aside. At times, I find myself feeling quite immobilized. Logan moved in, his tone gentle and inviting. You truly deserve to experience the vibrancy of life. Everyone does. As their bond deepened, Amelia found herself grappling with an increasingly intense internal struggle. She treasured her life with Henry, who was gentle and encouraging, but she found herself irresistibly attracted to the excitement of her developing connection with Logan. The thrill of slipping away for clandestine encounters and cherished instants grew utterly captivating. Yet, the burden of her decisions started to weigh heavily upon her. Amelia began weaving a tapestry of excuses to justify her absences to Henry, who continued to live in blissful ignorance of the emotional tempest swirling inside his wife. The guilt consumed her, yet Logan's presence shone like a beacon in her life, a testament to the lively woman she had once been. One evening, while Amelia was busy preparing dinner for Henry, her eyes drifted to the wedding photo that adorned the wall. The smiles frozen in that instant seemed remote, akin to a soft whisper of a dream long forgotten. The scent of her beloved meal wafted through the kitchen, yet Amelia's heart weighed down with doubt. Is everything all right, Amelia? Henry entered the kitchen, a warm smile on his face, completely oblivious to the storm brewing inside her. Indeed, it was a lengthy day, she responded, managing a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. Later that night, as they lounged on the couch engrossed in their favorite show, Amelia felt an unsettling sense of disconnection lingering in the air. She sensed she was leading a dual existence, each encounter with Logan pulling her deeper from the life she had constructed with Henry. As the weeks stretched into months, Amelia discovered she was at a pivotal juncture. The excitement of her clandestine connection with Logan was equally invigorating and overwhelming. The distinction between right and wrong faded as she grappled with her emotions, caught between her allegiance to Henry and her deepening affection for Logan. On a drizzly afternoon, Amelia and Logan sought refuge beneath an awning outside a charming cafe. The air was thick with unvoiced tension as they lingered in a moment of silence, each reflecting on the seriousness of their predicament. "Amelia," Logan murmured gently, shattering the stillness. "This connection is undeniably genuine. It seems as though we are destined for greater things." Amelia felt a surge of emotion as she reflected on his words. The charm of a fresh start called out to her, yet she couldn't ignore the weight of the repercussions. The idea of causing pain to Henry, the steadfast companion who had supported her through every challenge, burdened her heart. "Perhaps we ought to reconsider our approach," Amelia proposed, her voice quivering slightly. "This situation is unjust for him." Logan's expression changed, a brief shadow of disappointment passing over his features. "But what about us, then? What do we have to consider?" The turmoil within Amelia intensified. She understood the necessity of facing her emotions directly to determine the direction she would choose. In that instant, she understood that the decisions she embraced would carve her identity, influencing not just her own destiny, but also the paths of those she held dear. As the rain cascaded around them, Amelia experienced a profound sense of clarity. She needed to face the reality, not only for her own sake, but for Henry's too. The intricate weave of her existence was coming apart, and the moment had arrived to confront the repercussions of her decisions. The rain tapped rhythmically on the cafe roof, echoing the chaos within Amelia's heart. She had distanced herself from the tumult of feelings and longings that had started to engulf her. As she gazed into the abyss of her coffee cup, the burden of her choices settled upon her shoulders, enveloping her like a thick, heavy cloak. In the days that followed, Amelia grappled with the quest for equilibrium. The excitement of her clandestine encounters with Logan hung in the air, both alluring and overwhelming. Every time she came back to Henry, she donned a facade of normalcy, stifling the guilt that lurked just beneath the surface. Henry observed the delicate changes in Amelia's behavior. He was insightful, a quality he frequently valued, yet he linked her aloofness to job pressures or the winter doldrums. He intensified his attempts to bond with her, organizing a weekend escape to revive their love. Amelia valued the gesture, yet it intensified her inner turmoil. "Amelia, would you be interested in a getaway to the lake this weekend?" One evening, Henry proposed with a glimmer of excitement in his eyes. "Only the two of us. It seems like a pause might be beneficial for us." Amelia managed to smile, her heart pounding at the idea of deceiving him. "That sounds absolutely delightful, Henry. I would absolutely adore that." With the weekend drawing near, Amelia felt her anxiety intensifying. She understood the necessity of facing her emotions, not solely for her own sake, but for Henry, who was entitled to the honesty. On the eve of their journey, she perched on the edge of the bed, feeling as though the weight of the world was pressing down upon her. "Henry," she started, her voice trembling. "Could we have a brief conversation?" Henry glanced up from his packing, worry evident on his face. "Absolutely. What are you thinking about?" Amelia inhaled deeply, preparing herself for the long-anticipated conversation that had been simmering for weeks. "I've been experiencing a sense of disconnection. It seems important for us to discuss certain aspects of our relationship." Henry's expression changed, revealing a blend of uncertainty and worry. "Could you clarify what you mean? Is it functioning? Are you feeling discontent?" Amelia paused, the words trapped within her. "It's more complex than that. It seems to me that somewhere down the line, something has slipped away from us. As Henry listened, Amelia struggled to hold back her tears. She sensed the precariousness of her situation, teetering between the realms of truth and treachery. Henry extended his hand toward hers, his touch enveloping her in warmth and comfort. "We can navigate any challenge together, Amelia. Simply share your emotions with me." In that moment, Amelia experienced an overwhelming wave of affection for Henry, the man who had remained steadfast beside her through countless trials. Yet the reality weighed heavily upon her, and she fought to articulate her thoughts. I've been sharing moments with Logan. It began without any intentions, yet I can't ignore the fact that my feelings for him grew deeper. The stillness that ensued was overwhelming. Henry's expression transformed from worry to disbelief, his hold on her hand slackening. "So, you've been spending time with Logan? How could you do that?" "I never intended for this to occur," Amelia implored, her cheeks glistening with tears. "In my moments of confusion, he stood by my side. It was never my intention to cause you pain." Henry's expression darkened, the anguish in his gaze piercing Amelia's heart with a sharp intensity. "My faith in you, Amelia, was unwavering. How could you break that bond of trust?" "I am committed to taking every necessary step to rectify this situation." Henry ceased his restless movements and turned to her, his gaze a tumult of grief and fury. "You've presented me with a decision, Amelia. I require some time for contemplation." As he exited the room, Amelia experienced an overwhelming feeling of emptiness. She had unleashed the depths of reality, and now there was no way to retreat. The weekend getaway approached, a bittersweet echo of the life they had crafted side by side. The following day, they reached the lake, its tranquil beauty sharply opposing the inner chaos that Amelia felt. Henry kept his distance, and the burden of unexpressed thoughts lingered thickly in the atmosphere surrounding them. Amelia attempted to draw him into a light conversation, yet he replied with terse, abrupt responses, his thoughts evidently occupied elsewhere. As twilight descended, Amelia lingered on the porch, observing the sun sink beneath the horizon, casting the sky in shades of orange and pink. A deep yearning stirred within her for the bond they once cherished, the joy and aspirations they had woven together. "Amelia," Henry's voice sliced through her reverie, anchoring her once more to the present moment. He stepped outside, his face gently illuminated by the waning light. "May we have a conversation?" Amelia nodded, her heart pounding as they perched on the porch steps. "I apologize for all that has transpired, Henry. It was never my intention to cause you pain." Henry let out a deep sigh, his fingers raking through his hair in frustration. "This situation is beyond my comprehension. We were joyful, weren't we?" "We were," Amelia confessed, her voice scarcely rising above a whisper. "Yet, at some point in my journey, I became disconnected from my true self. I believed I could rediscover that piece of myself with Logan, yet I was mistaken." "And now?" Henry inquired, his gaze probing hers for clarity. Amelia inhaled deeply, sensing the burden of her decisions bearing heavily upon her. "I wish to restore what we once shared. I am ready to stand up for us if you are open to giving me an opportunity." Henry's silence hung heavily in the air as he pondered her words. At last, he uttered a word, his tone unwavering yet laced with anguish. "Rebuilding trust is a complex journey, Amelia. Patience is essential, and I need assurance of your dedication to this endeavor." "I am," Amelia declared with deep sincerity, tears cascading down her cheeks. "I am committed to taking every necessary step to regain your trust. I cherish you, Henry." The air crackled with tension, yet Amelia noticed a glimmer of hope shining in Henry's eyes. He extended his hand and grasped hers, applying a soft pressure. "I'm inclined to trust you, yet it will require some time. I must analyze all aspects thoroughly." In the stillness of the moment, the stars emerged, twinkling in the vast night sky, a poignant reminder of the enduring beauty that graced their world. Amelia understood that the journey ahead would be tough, yet she was resolute in her decision to tackle it with Henry by her side. Weeks slipped by as Amelia and Henry grappled with the consequences of her betrayal. They participated in couples therapy, where they started to uncover the complexities of their relationship, confronting the challenges that had driven Amelia to find comfort in Logan. The journey was arduous yet essential, henried by sorrow, exasperation, and instances of revelation. Amelia discovered the art of sharing her emotions candidly, while Henry focused on grasping Amelia's needs and aspirations. Gradually, they started to reconstruct their base, piece by piece. The journey was filled with obstacles, yet both remained dedicated to their healing and personal development. In the meantime, Amelia faced the tough choice of severing her connection with Logan. She realized that persisting in her visits with him would only entangle matters even more. One afternoon, she encountered him at their beloved cafe, a place filled with countless shared laughs and dreams. Amelia. Logan welcomed her with a bright smile, yet Amelia sensed a weight in her chest. "Logan, we need to talk," she said, her voice firm yet laced with a hint of sorrow. His expression changed, a flicker of worry appearing in his gaze. "What seems to be the issue?" "I've chosen to prioritize my marriage," Amelia responded, her heart heavy with the weight of her words. "Our paths can no longer cross. I must focus on reconstructing my life alongside Henry." Logan's expression dimmed, a shadow of disappointment crossing his features. "I get it, but my feelings remain unchanged." "I understand," Amelia said, struggling to hold back tears, "but I must be truthful with myself and with Henry. I can no longer continue in this deception." As they went their separate ways, Amelia experienced a profound sense of emptiness enveloping her. She needed to grieve the connection that might have flourished, yet she also experienced a revitalized sense of direction. She decided to battle for her marriage, to revive the love that had once thrived. As the months rolled by, Amelia and Henry diligently navigated their challenges. They cherished the little triumphs, such as enjoying a hearty laugh during dinner or strolling side by side, free from the burden of unexpressed thoughts lingering in the air. Every day Henry'd progress in the journey of recovery, a reflection of their unwavering strength. One evening, as they lounged on the couch, Henry glanced at Amelia, a smile illuminating the remnants of their shared history. "It's been re-Henryable to witness your growth throughout this journey." Amelia beamed with pride, a warmth blossoming in her heart. "Thanks, Henry. The path has been long, yet I truly appreciate your patience and understanding along the way." Henry grasped her hand, his eyes filled with genuine emotion. "I desire for us to continue our journey of growth, to rekindle our connection on a more profound level." "Me too," Amelia responded, her voice brimming with resolve. "I long to rekindle the happiness we once shared." As they leaned closer,